Hey guys, welcome back to the Foolish Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. College football started, at least for Michigan. 2025 season kicked off today. And, if you're watching, thanks for checking me out. Thanks for those who are returning. And if you're new, hey, thanks for watching. And please hit that subscribe button. This is primarily a Michigan basketball and football channel. But, every so often I'll do some other topics along the way. So, Michigan played the New Mexico Lobos tonight, and you really want three things out of a bye game like this. A bye game, you pay New Mexico, a couple $1 million to come and play you. Yeah. So, obviously, one, get the win. Okay, check. Michigan wins 34-17. Two, you want to avoid injuries. I didn't notice any severe injuries. No one was carted off. There might be some bumps and bruises, but nothing crazy. Three, in our modern college football, you want to avoid suspensions, and Michigan sadly didn't get that. In the second half, Barnum, linebacker number 1, came in and smoked the quarterback. It was ruled a fumble on the field. He picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown. Little did we know that the replay people suddenly decided, hey, we need to interpret this play differently than the TV announcers and the rules announcer on TV. And we're going to interpret that Barnum did something illegal, launched with his head or something to make it illegal, and so he is ejected. And of course that means he's ejected. He cannot participate, you might say, versus Oklahoma in the first half. So Michigan will be down one of their starting linebackers against Oklahoma, at least in the first half. That's not ideal. Going on the road without one of your starting linebackers. Not ideal. Fun little fact, those replay review guys, they are so on top of things. Obviously, you watch this game, you know how crappy they are. They always are. Where they thrust themselves into this game to review something that, supposedly every play is reviewed, right? Well, later in the third quarter, after Barnum was ejected, actually on that same drive, the Lobos converted a 3rd and 9, a 20-yard pass, which clearly, upon replay, was not a catch. But somehow, although every play is supposedly replayed, this one stood. And the Lobos continued their drive and got a touchdown. Now, I will give the Lobos credit. They had that fake 4th down play. Was it very nice? That's the way to always beat Michigan, whether you want to, for the past decade, right? Since Jim Harbaugh has been the head coach, he has defensive coordinators who are aggressive, and the best way to beat Michigan is with trick plays. And Don Brown fell for it all the time. His defenses, Wink Martindale's defense got smoked pretty good on those plays today. Trick plays just always work against Michigan. But give the credit to Lobos. They scored 17 points, but if you break it down, it's not ideal, but it's really not so bad. They gave up the play on the trick play. Okay. It happens. Tip your hat. Good call. Second, then they got the field goal. Why was that? Because Michigan fumbled the ball on the kick return. 3 points. They didn't get a first down, I don't believe, if my memory serves. Okay, that's 10 points. Then they get the touchdown there on that nice 8-9 minute drive. Kudos. You scored it. It should have been 4th and 9. But every play is reviewed. Gentleman decided not to get off his little butt and review the play. Because even the TV people on the sideline, they were like, boy, that didn't look like a catch. But the play, boy, you called a quick play. To be fair, Sharon Moore probably should have called a timeout there. I think coaches have a coach's challenge. It kind of, I don't know if that's in or out. Every year they kind of change things up. At least call a timeout. They'll look at it. 2, challenge it yourself. It would get overturned. So you might give Coach Moore a little ding on not using his coaching abilities there. So there's their second touchdown. 17 points, good for them. Overall, their offense was adequate, no doubt about it. I think the spread was like 37 points. If you're a betting person, I hope you took the under. Speaking of Underwood. Haha! Transition for the win. He continued the Michigan tradition of a freshman quarterback winning their first game. Rick Leach, Chad Henne, Tate Forsey, and now Brad Underwood. All four started as true freshmen. All four are now 4-0 as Michigan starters, at least, for the first game. I gotta say, he looked good. Above average good. Like, good plus. I mean, he has some zip on his throws. I hope we don't get into the Shane Morris situation where all he can do is throw rifle shots. If you remember that, Shane Morris, all he could do was just gunsling it. Hopefully Underwood can, tone it down a little bit when needed. There were some passes where he was putting it on wide open guys and wasn't the most accurate. He had a couple drops in there, or maybe if they were better passes, it's catches. But this stat line, I will take this stat line every day. 21 for 31. Can you believe it? Michigan passed 31 times with a freshman quarterback in the first game of his career. 31 times. 21 for 31. 251 yards. Only 2 sacks taken, and one was on the 4th down where Michigan was trying to just do a deep shot. Maybe he didn't want the interception. New Mexico's quarterback, Lynch, got the pick there, which was really just a, 4th down punt, basically. But 2 sacks, didn't look too rattled, and I think the key play... Sorry, my cat's bumping into the camera. Hi, Toby. The key play, if you really think about this game, are a few things. Come here. Okay, go. Michigan gets a new quarterback. Awesome. Michigan adds Justice Haynes from Alabama. What's he do? 16 carries, 159 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oh, notice they reviewed that play, his second touch, before his 3rd touchdown. They had to quick review that before Michigan could run the play. Tip of the hat to those wonderful replay officials. They only review the plays they feel like reviewing. So, but Underwood, so I spin it all back to Underwood here. He just looked poised. And at that moment where Michigan was up, I think it was 17-10, the 2-minute drill, and it was 2 negative plays in a row, and it was 3rd and long. And 2 things, kudos here to Chip Lindsey for not just calling a run or a draw to punt and let's get into halftime only up by 7. No, he let, a nice deep route, and I think it's called a dig. I'm not a play guy. I don't know if it's called a dig or not. Toby, stop attacking that. So, he runs a dig route, and he hits, I think it was Klein. No, it was number 9. And like 39-yard route, run, plus the catch, and the throw. Sorry. That play might have single-handedly won the game for Michigan if you really think about it. All the momentum had gone away from Michigan. They were up 17-0, then it was 17-10, and New Mexico was going to get the ball to start the second half. Instead, 3rd and long, and he throws a dart. Just a rifle shot. Again, can you do some touch passes? We'll see. I know this is your first game, Bryce Underwood. I hope he'll develop that. Come on, coaches. Help him develop that. A rifle shot on 3rd and long, and that propels Michigan. They get the first down, and then boom, and pays it off. He hits Marlon Klein for the touchdown. Michigan goes into the half 24-7. 24-10 at that point, and you could just kind of breathe a little easier. 24-10, things are okay. Take a breath. That play, that throw, completely changed the game. You could go what ifs and all that, but it was 17-10, and he hits that guy right in the stride for a big chunk, 39 yards, and they pay it off with a touchdown. That's something Michigan couldn't do last year. And now you get to see them do that as a true freshman this year. It's great. Week 1's in the books. A win is a win, but there's some things to shore up. New Mexico certainly ran the ball. Their offense was decently pretty good. Lynch was pretty good. He got hit a lot, but I think he only took 3 sacks. But he got hit a lot. And the defense has some stuff to shore up, fine. But it's so much better to do that after a win than a loss. I mean, you know, Alabama, they went down to Florida State and they got beat. 17-31 they lost. So, I know Florida State is not the same as New Mexico. But you start that season off with a win, man. You got to do that. You got to do that. Next week will be much tougher. Bryce Underwood and this team 145, 146, can't remember the number exactly, heads to Oklahoma, another night game. I believe that one will be on ABC, so it'll be an 8 o'clock start, so a little after 8, I believe. Maybe it'll be a little earlier, but it's going to be a late video once again. If you watch this video, thanks so much. If you have any thoughts, maybe you can tell me what your keys of the game was. Again, Underwood, such a level up versus Orgy or Davis Warren. 2, Haynes looks like he's going to just fit in nicely with Michigan. And, you know, you have a few passing options. 31 passes for a freshman quarterback. That just tells you they trust him. And I like that they let him pass the ball to loosen up the defense, right? Everyone's going to say, let's crowd the box, see if Michigan can pass. And he did. So, big positives, stuff to work on. If you have any thoughts, put them in the box below. Thanks again for watching. Until I see you guys next time. As always, go blue.